I was 2 when I started dancing. I started competing as a competitive dancer when I was 6, and I've been teaching since I was 16. Hi, I'm Grace Mann. I used to be a ballerina, and now I teach the little ballerinas.
Right. Yep. Turn. Tippy, 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 tippy. And then side, down, up, close, sway, sway. Gallop backwards, watch out for things. Legs together. Yes, spring points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.
I first started because my sister was going. So we lived in Indiana in like 2005, 2006, and she was going to, I think it was like the YMCA, there to do like an afternoon class, and I, being the younger sister, wanted to be like her and be with her. So my parents registered me in that, and then when we moved back to St. Albert, or Edmonton, when she was at dance, I would just kind of hang out in the lobby because her class was only like 45 minutes. And I, at one point, was sitting there, and a bunch of kids that I ended up playing with in the lobby got up and went to a dance class. And I looked at my mom and I said, I want to go with them, or why can't I go with them? And my mom looked at the receptionist, who has known me since then, and I still talk to her to this day. My mom was like, can she go in too? And the receptionist was like, of course she can. So then I joined the dance class, and that class actually was my now boss's very first 6 week. I think one of my most memorable times as a student was when we were at a competition and we got to finals, and my dances personally never got to finals, so I was really pumped. And then we ended up placing second. I think it's just, I don't want to say has allowed me to like stay the same, but there's a lot of times when I was younger, I was going through some things where like at school I'd get really quiet and I wouldn't really talk to anyone. But then the moment I walked into the dance studio, I was the same person I was when I was like 6. Doesn't matter everything that I went through in however many years it was, I think it was like 10 years something between that time, I was still acting the same as I was when I was 6. So I think it really just allowed me to be myself when other times I didn't really feel like I could. It was just a safe space for me to be the goofy human that I am. The transition from dancing to teaching always just felt very natural. I think one of the most memorable moments as a teacher happened just recently, where I taught a student a solo, and I've been teaching her since like my very first year. So like we've not only like known each other, but I've kind of like grown up with her. And I got to teach her very first solo. It's my first one teaching, and I watched her on stage for the first time last weekend, and I was just insanely proud of her, and I almost started bawling my eyes out because she was so cute. It's enriched my own life with just figuring out that I can, this is something that I can do, but also I can teach other people something that I've done and that I hold like close to my heart. And it's helped me figure out different ways to explain things, because sometimes I'll explain something to a class of 5, 3 of them get it, 2 of them don't. so I have to come up with different ways to explain it, which is why I have a lot of my weird like acronyms with Patrick Star and Squidward and all those things, because sometimes you have to come up with different things, and I use ones that I had when I was younger, like when they're doing plies, their knees need to go far out so a puppy can jump through and stuff like that. And you want to think you're in a toaster, because if you stick your butt out, it's gonna burn. If you like lean too far back and your head goes back, your head's gonna burn. It's kind of stuff like that. And with the little kids, I think it's just really enriched the fact that they're so resilient, and any way I try to explain it, they will figure it out. And then the moment I see them doing it on the bar, it's just amazing, because they're so good at what they're doing, and it's so cute. So I work at Overdrive Dance Force in St. Albert, and I am a ballet jazz teacher for ages, I want to say 3 to 8. So I have the little ballerinas, and I have the a little bit older who are just starting to go to competition by themselves for the first time. Teachers at our studio were implementing things where at the beginning of class you sit in front of the mirror and like the kids will stare at themselves, and you say like 3 affirmations. So it's like, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm whatever, because it's just sometimes staring at yourself in a mirror for like hours on end isn't that great. So I think having another way to show, especially young girls, that no matter what you do in this industry or in this like world, you're beautiful, and you deserve a spot on stage with the spotlight and everything. I feel like the future of dance, there's gonna be a lot less of a focus on what you look like and the way your body looks like, because every body is beautiful, and if they want to dance, they deserve to dance. Beautiful. It's meant the world. Dance has meant the world to me. I think because, again, it was just another place where I could be myself during a bunch of things that happened in my personal life, and it was another main constant for me growing up, because really the only constant for me was my sister. And there's a point in time where I fully thought about just quitting, because I didn't enjoy it anymore, and I felt like the people in my class were not very nice to me, and I was really close to just calling it quits. And then I found the studio where I work, and so if I could go back and tell little me that it just gets better, that I feel like that would be enough for little Gracie to keep going.